So, Chris, I know you like bright colors,
I do.
but I hope you like gray, because we got a lot of it.
All right, let's get to it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to SneakerWeb. And today we have a very special shoe for you guys. But before we get into that, I do just want to give a quick shout out to Lethal, an apparel company that is a small business that is ever growing. He has some dope apparel if you want to go check it out. I believe he just released a Allen Iverson printed shirt if you want to go check that out. And with that being said, let's get into the cool gray Air Jordan 3s. And my goodness, Chris, this is a near perfect retro, but there's some things we got to talk about with this.
Yeah, first off, this is not my favorite color. I'm gonna be 100% with you. I'm usually a sucker for colorways, but I like the two different shades of gray they went with. Not a huge fan of.
Well, you got to break it up a little bit.
Okay, so you went with a darker gray up here, kind of like the elephant print back here, and then you have the suede kind of gray.
It's leather
suede. Okay, so we have like a kind of a weird mix there, but granted,
and it's actual leather. It's not. It's not synthetic.
Yeah, and it's again the silhouette is great. Not a huge fan of the colorway personally. For me, I think if they had kept it white all the way around and then left this little portion back here gray, I would be okay with that. Yeah. Not a huge fan of the accents of yellow.
Really?
I don't know why, but it really is distracting to me. Like throws me off.
It's not distracting to me. It's like it's subtle hints of color to me and breaks up the monochromatic look.
It's like I don't really dig it here, but like on the back, I'm with it.
Somebody in the comment, Air JP, he actually posted in the comments on the Instagram post that I posted and said it reminds him a little bit of the PlayStation, like the back tab area.
Oh, you know what? I can get with that.
And I appreciate that.
Like the PS2 days where you can like flip the
Well, the PS2, logo. The PS1, yeah.
Yeah. But ultimately, again, it's a OG silhouette, so I'm not mad at that. It still gets points for me for that. Love the materials.
Which, by the way, the last time that these released, which was its original release date, was, I believe, 2004, 2005?
I would say like mid 04.
I'm going to fact check myself. So yes, the OGs did come out in 2006. We were both wrong. But talk about some of the details again, Chris.
So again, like I said, I really adore this elephant print that they have going on the back of the shoe.
Which was the first time that they introduced that.
And then on the front toe area, you still have that as well. I'm really enjoying, I think, out of the entire thing, how this tongue feels on this shoe.
Compared to the original, it's not as puffy. It's not as skater looking like.
And I think I like that. Like, it gives it a nice
slim
sleek
version. Yeah.
Yeah, super sleek look. Overall,
and the stitching doesn't look like Michael has an ass crack.
That is true. That is true. They were making Michael a little too thick.
Little too thick in the thighs there.
But again, we have the yellow portions of the shoe that again are a standout for a lot is
it yellow or is it orange?
It looks like canary yellow almost. Could be. It actually could be an electric orange.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. However you look at it, it could be one of those things. I do enjoy that they also made the air bubble. That color scheme. So that I'm actually messing with. Super excited for that. I think ultimately this shoe, I think they made it. I like the choice of gray they chose for this because
for the bottom,
and I think overall for the shoe. Now, granted, like I said,
this is a little darker than the original.
Yeah,
if some people remember,
it has different newer accents of gray, pretty much, and it kind of shows in its growth. I think for this shoe, because if you look at the old retro ones, it was completely different, probably a different shade, and I think a lot of people will notice that with the new J's. But I noticed that also Jordan's doing that with a lot of their J's now.
Talking about the new J's, unfortunately, this pair is susceptible to the right and left shoe factory. So it's not terribly noticeable. Like if you go check out Chris's video over at Wear Testers, that's way worse than what this is. I just have a little bit more tumbled on one shoe compared to the other, but everything else is perfectly fine. The paint isn't splattered. And again, I'm talking about quality. Is it quality control?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quality control.
I'm talking about quality control on this, not necessarily the craftsmanships in the way that they make it. That's more talking about stitching coming apart, glue not being applied properly. So again, I think it's yes, it's this pair that has the more tumbled look compared to the right shoe. Now, talking about the fit portion of this video, if you are trying to get a pair yourself, then definitely go true to size on these. And I'm just saying that the less padding in this shoe, even though it's still heavily padded compared to other shoes in this category, this feels amazing. And the leather just creases around the foot just right. And I know that some people are gonna hate that word, but you know, I wear my, I gotta crease them a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no issues with how these feel front to back, laterally. For wider foot, I would suggest going up half a size in these, since Jordans typically are a little wider than Nikes, but still go up half a size.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I'd have to go up half a size, if I'm being honest, because the shoe usually...
Have you ever owned a pair of threes?
I have tried on a pair of threes.
Okay.
Not a huge fan of the threes. I'm more of like a fours guy, but the threes... I always found that comparison with the threes and the fours.
Yeah, they're kind of similar.
Yeah, they're similar in their silhouette. They're also similar in how they feel on foot. So fours tend to be a little bit more snug to me, and that's probably due to all the extra cushion that they put in there. In this case, this is a little bit thinner, so you can probably either do half a size if you want a little bit of more snug feel, then just do it true to size. It just depends on how your feet are.
Yep.
But if me as a mid wide foot and then mid slim, so it's in between, I usually have to go a size up. Half a size, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now, real quick, getting into some historical parts of the Air Jordan 3 and the Cool Gray line. So the Cool Gray line, to start off with, this was actually when Jordan Brand decided to branch out and change up some of the colorways, which they did to the Air Jordan 11, which some people borderline thought it was sacrilege. Like, you don't touch that shoe. But that's how we got new colorways of the Air Jordan 11 coming out. Not only today, but in the past as well. And also with the Air Jordan 3, this is where he did the iconic dunk from the free throw line and beat Dominic Wilkins back in '87. Yes.
Could you imagine him playing in these? Because I've seen some people that say they can't even hoop in these. Like, it just feels too
I think it depends on... Okay, so in this model, I feel like you can. Because it's... I'm not going to say like a remastered version, but it's an updated pair. Like, for example, you do have a Phylon midsole and you have an encapsulated, a visible air unit in the back and an encapsulated one in the forefoot. And the insole provides a lot of step-in comfort. Now, I wouldn't play in these for like extended periods of time, but I do feel that you can still hoop in these. It just depends on your personal preference. Like, if you want more court feel and less cushion, then this is definitely for you. But if you're the type of person where you need more cushion, then I think that these are not going to be your jam.
Okay. So do you see these as an everyday wear? Or?
For me personally, and that's also why I personally went with the Cool Gray, because I saw this on the schedule and I was like, oh, I could rock these with almost anything. So I went for that neutral tone.
Yeah, as soon as I saw these, I immediately knew. I was like, yeah, these are more Rico style. For sure.
I'm more of the muted one between the two of us.
Yeah.
But except in basketball shoes. Like, in basketball shoes, I buy the energy colorways.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care, like, on the court, how they look. I just care about how they feel. Yeah. So that's why I get the more playful colorways, so that way, you know, why not?
It also helps to get people looking, too.
Yeah.
So.
You know, if you see a jarring colorway, you're going to make people click on this.
Exactly. So you're going to look at it, and I think personally, the Cool Grays, again, love the standard gray. The accents, not too much. But ultimately, I can respect it. You know, it gives the shoe some character.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't keep it all just a bland gray, because we've had a bit of too many, like, one-tone, two-tone colors that were just basic gray and gray, and then not, like, gray and something extra. So I think the accents give it a little extra. Definitely... probably still going to be retroed with a lot of people's collections.
Yeah.
So I give it a solid, like, 8 out of 10. Personally.
8 out of 10? Okay.
Yeah.
I give about a 8.5. 8.5. Just a half above. Yeah. But no, I think that wraps everything up for the Air Jordan Cool Gray 3s. And again, shout out to Lethal for printing out some awesome dope apparel. Gonna get Chris some, but with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for more upcoming content and new content at that coming your way. Peace, guys.
Later.